Hi y'all, Kraken Latte here. It's that time of the month again where we take a look at what we can buy with Trader's Tender. Mounts, pets, and mug galore because this is what's up with the trading post. Alright, it is now the month of May, 2023, and with a new month comes a whole bunch of new trading post goodies. So let's go through each one, see what it costs, and maybe see if it's new or a recolor. First up, we have the Ensemble, the Vestment of the Honored Valajar for 850, a whopping 850 tokens. This is a cloth-only ensemble, which means you do get the whole set, and it's only for cloth wearers. I believe this is a recolor from the Trial of Valor raid in Legion, which is a very cool set. I love the Vrykul themed stuff. Can't get enough of this myself. It's just a great aesthetic in WoW, and it's nice to see another set and another recolor. Similarly, we have the Ensemble Cavalder Scout Leathers. This is a leather-only set, a full ensemble, so you get the whole thing. And this appears to be a recolor of the Island Expedition BOE set. That is a set that is bind on equip, so you can actually buy that on the auction house. And this is a recolor of it, so if you don't mind about a color palette swap, you can get a cheaper version of this on the auction house and save some tokens. However, this is a really, really cool set. I love every piece of this, and it just looks fabulous. I wish it wasn't leather only, but hey, that's how it be. Next we have Pippin for 600 tokens. A lot of expensive things this month. This cute little bugger is a recolor of the Alarmo dog, I believe, a pet that you can get with your pet collection. This one is made out of gold though. The other one I believe is like gray or something. And this one is so cute. Look at him, and it says he literally has a heart of gold. Literally. That is adorable. So cute little pet, new little guy to add to your collection for 600 whopping tokens. Next, we have the Fang of the Mountain. This is a one-handed sword, it looks like. One-handed sword that is, I believe, from Warlords of Draenor. I feel like this is a recolor from either Blackrock Foundry or Heimal, but this is a pretty neat color variant of it. It's kind of purpley voidy, which is pretty cool. And that is 400 tokens. Black Iron Blunderbuss. Now we have a gun. If you can call it a gun, this thing's more like a hand cannon. That is pretty awesome. Another Warlords of Draenor recolor, it looks like. Again, possibly from Blackrock Foundry or Heimal or, well, any of their raids. They have very similar MOG as far as weapons go. So this one is pretty cool. I love that it has the rotating teeth inside of it. Always fun to look really closely at what kind of little extra assets they've added to these weapons. So they put a lot of detail in this. And this chonker is 200. Not as expensive as the sword, but pretty cool. Also, love the little tagline. Go ahead, make my day. That's pretty great. Now we have the Lost Crown of the Arcane. This is a very simple but yet very elegant crown that goes on your forehead here, and it doesn't cut off your hair, which is pretty nice. And I believe this is a recolor of the male helm from the Firelands. However, this is a arcane variant of it, and it appears to just say cosmetic head. So unlike its recolor, or its original color, rather, it is not armor bound. It looks like it's not armor bound, so that's pretty cool. I do notice that it still has the fire-colored fire instead of arcane, which is interesting. I would have thought that would have been recolored, but regardless, this is a cool headpiece, and I'm definitely going to be buying this one. Now we have Tyrcell's Wing. This is a Arakoa weapon from Warlords of Draenor. A lot of WoD stuff this month, which is pretty cool. A lot of great designs from that expansion. And this is the wing blade that the Arakoa NPCs use. The uncursed high Arakoa models, a lot of these use these wing blades. Unfortunately, is only a warglaive, so only demon hunters at this time, until they open up that weapon, can use this weapon, which is unfortunate. I had hoped it was a one-hand sword, but regardless, it's really cool. I'm definitely going to buy this one because I am a huge Arakoa fan. I love their designs. And that one is a whopping 200. Not as bad as some of this other stuff, but still. Now we have the Crimson Bicorn. They sure do love their pirate, naval-themed hats. We've been seeing a lot of those from the trading post. These are pretty cool hats, except that they cut off your hair. If they didn't cut off your hair, I wouldn't mind them so much, but, you know, I go from super long, luxurious, glorious hair to this for some reason. At least it doesn't make me bald, but, you know, that's okay. Oh, we have a SpongeBob reference here. Your crew will enthusiastically respond, "Aye, aye, Captain," when addressed as kids. That's pretty great. That's 175, so we're starting to get into the cheaper stuff now. Merciless Trapper's Staff. This is a staff that it's a, you know, according to the text, it looks like it's a bear trap type of staff. Yep, there it goes. It snaps shut. I believe this is a recolor from WoD as well. So either from the Blackrock raid, like a quest item, maybe from Hellfire Citadel. It does look familiar. Definitely a recolor. But either way, that is a staff worth 150, and of course, anyone that can use a staff can use this weapon. Now we have new armor. Well, cosmetic armor, technically. This doesn't appear to be armor bound. And this is the Sun-Bleached Grimskull Cinch for only 100 tokens, and it is a new model to my knowledge that has simply a skull chained to your belt, which is pretty cool. And we have a recolor of that as well, a slightly more tinged color. We have a well-worn Grimskull Cinch for another 100. It's the same thing, just slightly different color. And I like this. This is very cool. I'm definitely going to get at least one of these, if not both. I do like that. That is the best part about the trading post here, actually, is you get a little bit of recolors and you get a little bit of new stuff. So there's a little something for everyone. It's pretty great. Now we have the Ensemble Wanderer's Snowy Trappings. I was eager for this. We didn't get one of these last month. I really like these ensembles. And the reason is because you get both the cloak and the scarf. These are separate pieces. They just look like they go together because they're part of the same set. And this, it's not armor locked. Any class, any character can transmog this, which is great, especially for like plate, because we don't have a lot of non-head covering stuff as plate. So if you want to look more casual, this is pretty nice. And we have a nice white variant. Similarly, we have the Ensemble Vagabond Snowy Threads. Both of these are only 100 each, so it's pretty cheap, pretty easy to get. And it's the white version of this lovely high-res hood with fantastic stitching and edging on it. I love it. As well as the cloak to go with it. Again, these are separate pieces, so you can mog them individually. And we have a nice tattered cloak. I really like that they keep doing recolors of these. That makes me pretty happy, honestly. Recolors are a good thing to me because that means you may like a model but not the color. And, you know, if you find a recolor that you like, you know, you can use it, which is pretty great. Now we have the Huntsman's Recurve Bow. This appears to be a very, very simple but high-res bow, possibly a recolor from the Exile's Reach starting zone weapons, which are super, super low-level, simple, very easy. But hey, if you want a very not flashy, down-to-earth, just simple, regular bow, this will do the job, and it's a nice color. Nice color. And it's only 50. These are very cheap. It's only 50 tokens. Another recolor I believe we have is the High Priestess's Ceremonial Drape. This may be new, but it looks like it's from Legion, possibly one of the Legion Legendary cloaks. There was a whole bunch of Legion Legendaries that used recolors, and also a handful of them that had unique appearances, which was interesting. You can actually learn the appearances from Legion Legendaries in case you didn't know, so little tip there. I believe this is one of them. This looks like a cloak version of Legion. If not, either way, it is a gorgeous cloak, and this would be very nice for like paladins, priests, maybe blood elf because of the color scheme. Either way, it's only 50, super cheap, so, you know, might as well buy it, right? And it looks like last on the list we have the Sharpened Shank. This is a dagger, so anyone that can use a dagger can get this. You can buy it on anyone, of course, and you will learn it regardless of your class, but it can only be used by those that can use daggers, so like priests, rogues, etc. And the cool thing about this one is it is another very, very simple, very down-to-earth, if you will, very high-res but simple model of a dagger. I think, just like the bow, this also comes from Exile's Reach, just a slightly different color. And there we have it. That is this month of the trading post. Let's look at what the monthly item is. Alright, moving over to your adventure journal, you can see your traveler's log for May. And this month, if you complete the whole bar and get your extra 500 tokens, you will be rewarded with a mount. We get a mount this time, which is pretty neat, and it looks like it's a turtle. It's called the Savage Green Battle Turtle, and that's a pretty interesting turtle. We have lots and lots of turtle mounts, but this one appears to be a unique, at least a unique model a little bit. It reminds me of some of the PvP ones, but it looks different to me. And we do have some interesting accoutrement here on it. We have, what is this, like token? No, these are cannons. This is straight up cannons on this turtle. I guess it is a battle turtle. Although I don't know what we're going to be shooting. Looks like we have a bag of cannonballs on the back. That's pretty hilarious. Interesting turtle. And it looks like it's a little horde themed. I'm not sure if that'll change color with the Alliance, but it's got the big ol' red spikes and all that. So that's pretty cool. So that is for the month of May. We get a turtle. And it's great that we don't have to buy this. I like that the mount is the reward for completing the monthly, and the transmog is on the trading post itself, just because the mounts are so expensive. I mean, of course, there's ensembles on there that are just as expensive, but, you know, I try to buy as much as I can, so there you go. That is what we have for the month of May, and I hope you enjoy it. I know I will. These are some pretty great things. If you're new to the trading post and want those goodies I just showcased, let's look at what to do. First up, there are 2 waves of Trader's Tender, the currency used here, with 1,000 total that you can earn each month. Unspent Tender will roll over into the next month as well. You will earn your first 500 Tender free just by logging in that month on an actively subbed account that's in good standing. The second 500 comes from a myriad of activities that you complete, found in your adventure journal in the Traveler's Log tab. More on this in a moment. The trading post itself is located in the Mage District of Stormwind and the Valley of Strength in Orgrimmar. This is where you'll loot all of your currency from the nearby chest and view and purchase from the vendor. The trading post's inventory changes on the first of every month and will include a wide range of goodies, both old and new. Previously retired mounts, recolors of transmog never put in game, and new items entirely are just some of the things we can see listed. Don't worry about missing out though. Items that rotate out of stock will eventually rotate back in, so there's no fear of missing out. In your journal, you'll see a progress bar that wants you to collect 1,000 points. This is both how you gain the other 500 Trader's Tender and earn that month's special reward for doing so. To get these points, you need to complete activities listed here in your journal over the course of the month. These activities have a wide range of variety for different forms of gameplay. Much of these will be things you're already doing, so if you prefer a passive approach, you can do so. There are also some more specific tasks you can do that change each month based on upcoming holidays and events. Either way, make sure to familiarize yourself with these activities on the off chance how you normally play will not earn you enough. This entire thing is also completely account-wide, meaning both progress on your points bar and progress on individual activities should count if you swap alts. Doing so could even benefit you, as there are some activities that could be done easier on those alts. The 50 dungeon bosses and 30 quests are an example of this. Most current expansion quests and world quests will count for the quest activity, and current expansion dungeons of any difficulty will count for the dungeon activity. But legacy quests and legacy dungeons will not count if you are max level. Lower level alts can help with these if you want to do those 2 activities specifically. Legacy raids, however, will count for the 25 raid boss activity because if you notice in the tooltip, it does not have a stipulation like the 50 dungeon bosses one does. The quests one doesn't specify, however, so this is why I wanted to make that clarification. Each of the activities in the Traveler's Log are categorized neatly and even trackable like quests and achievements by shift-clicking in the chosen task. Doing this can help you keep an eye on your progress. Since there is so much here available with such a wide range of activities and you only need 1,000 points, you could easily complete this bar in a day or 2 if you preferred, rather than spreading out over the full month. These activities are meant to be simple as a secondary fun thing to do to reward you just for doing what you love to do anyways. Either way, once you complete the progress bar, you will have earned your extra 500 Trader's Tender and that month's special reward. Come back to the trading post and loot both of these from the nearby chest to receive them. Now, with all of your currency in hand, you can buy whatever you want, but you will notice you can't afford everything, so choose wisely. You can also freeze a specific item you want for the next month so that you can save up for it. And as a reminder, any unspent Trader's Tender will roll over to the next month. Did you know I stream on Twitch now? I do everything from transmog to leveling to gold making, and I'm live 5 days a week to chat with, so come hang out! And there we have it! If you think I've missed information or you want to request I do a specific guide, let me know in the comments below. Even if I don't answer you, I just might add your idea to my list. As always, thank you so much for watching, and remember, it's never too latte.